Now, did you start the YouTube channel first and then go to Abandoned Places, or did you go to Abandoned Places?
I've had a blog, wonderhussy.com, for a while, like 6 years, and I just blog about because I work, my main job is as a nude model. I do a lot of nude photo shoots. I used to do a lot of fetish modeling. I still do a bit of that. So it's interesting stories, right? So I just blog anonymously. I mean, I wasn't anonymous, but everybody else.
What type of fetish now?
Just all kinds, like whatever. Anything, not anything hardcore. I don't do like adult work, but like
a little spanking, a little bondage.
It's just like weird
slap and
stuff.
tickle, whips and chains.
Yeah, I'm not really into bondage. I would do more stuff like, I like female domination. They call it femdom for short. Where just like stomping on a guy, kicking him in the nuts, twisting his nipples, or just burping, farting, spitting, sneezing.
Wait a second. Are you burping farted guys?
I don't know that I ever did that with a guy. There's whole channels of just women burping, women farting.
But you've done videos of yourself burping and farting.
Yeah, farting not so much because I wasn't good at it. I tried it once and it was, I drank a bunch of milk, I ate a bean burrito, like I was camera shy, I couldn't fart on camera, I'm a lady. But burping, yeah, and sneezing, hawking loogers, spitting.
Those are fetishes?
Yeah, I used to shoot for this website called Girls Gone Rude. The domain is up for sale now. For whatever reason, she let the site lapse.
I should
buy that, or you should, and start it up, because there is a big demand for those. Like, another thing she would shoot is overeating. So just eat a bunch of Twinkies or whatever.
I've heard of that.
And then just sit there with you do two videos, right? The first video would be the video of you eating, and the second video would be a video of you with your stomach also. I'm so full. Those videos, she would post little teaser clips of them on YouTube, and I think a lot of them are still up there.
Right.
They get tons of views, and I love your belly. It's
so distended.
Yeah, it's a big fetish. So somebody could totally take that website and make something out of it.
And your
gumption, I guess.
I'm sure you a lot of foot stuff, probably.
Yeah, I did a lot of foot fetish stuff too. Yeah, so when I started doing fetish stuff, my fetish name was Brandy Bottoms, because kind of tie in with my bottom, my ass, and my bottoms of my feet. And so if you look on YouTube, all those belly and burping and everything, it's Brandy, B-R-A-N-D-I. But then after a couple years, I'm like, why am I doing this under a fake name? Everybody knows it's me anyways.
Right.
So then I just kind of adopted this name, Wonder Hussy.
Right, but you're Sarah Jane. You're not hiding behind
everybody
it.
knows. I mean, everything that I do, I post on Facebook. I'm like a Facebook whore. And both of my grandmothers follow me on Facebook, and I hate to think what they think of me. Neither one has disowned me. They still give me Christmas gifts, and they're proud of me. They support me. But some of the stuff I post is like pretty progressive, if you want to call it progressive.
Right. Well, I call it progressive. I think you're the next evolution of human beings.
Of who? Human beings? Oh.
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody.
I'm an evolved being.
You're an evolved being. Everybody should walk around nude and walk around an abandoned building. You're very. There's solid A's.
Oh yeah, well it's actually double A.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out the A or B.
No,
so that would make sense.
I got my shirt at Victoria's Secret once. It was 32 double A.
Oh wow. No, there's no why. It's nice. They're nice.
Well, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I went on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire one time with that as my story. Well, if you win the money, what are you going to do with it? Well, I'm from Vegas and everybody has tits. I'm going to buy some boobs.
Right.
And I did. I won $16,000 on the show, and I almost felt obligated. Well, I told him I was going to get boobs. I guess I should at least go get a consultation.
Right.
Because I did. I went and got a consultation with this guy in Summerlin. And I don't remember his name, but he was cool because he was honest. And he told me that because my chest is very bony, I don't have a lot of flesh on it, that even if I got, I just wanted this modest B cup, I would have, you ever see those Thai girls that get fake boobs and it's like bolt-ons? And so I would, sorry, I keep my
You have money in there, yes.
It would be like, there would always be a space between, like, look at that, I can't even have cleavage. So I wasn't really wanting to do it anyways. I don't know. I've been on the fence about it. It would be kind of cool to have boobs for some of the costumes that I do. Mm-hmm. But on balance, I just feel like for my frame and my body type, it would really look. It would look obviously fake, and that's fine. Like if I'm going for that aesthetic, that's kind of cool in its own way. But I don't know. It hasn't. I feel like right now the only way I would get my boobs done is if I found a very progressive plastic surgeon, maybe in Tijuana, that would give me 3 boobs. Now that I would do, because when I do like in Total Recall.
Right. Oh yeah. No.
That'd be fun.
It'd be a lot. Trust me, I'm picturing it right now.
You know what would be really fun is if you had 3 boobs with 3 nipples and you wore a bikini, right? That's the law. Gotta wear a bikini.
Right.
It says you have to keep your nipples covered. So I don't know how.
Yeah, you have to have a custom
nipple. What if the boob in the middle had like a tattoo of something on it that said like "fuck you" and a nipple shape or something? I just want like
you'd have to
plotting boundaries like that. You'd
have to get a specially made bikini.
Special bikini? No, not necessarily. I might get a bikini and just have that one titty in the middle or maybe I wouldn't put a nipple on the one in the middle. I just have this weird boob. I don't know. Or put like a googly eye on it or something. What kind of ideas? Overlap. I used to write for the Las Vegas Review-Journal. They decided to start an adult website. This is a kind of interesting story back in.
Really?
Yeah, back in 2010, they had a fairly progressive editor at that time, right? He was a libertarian dude, Sherman Fredericks.
Okay.
He was open-minded, and he knew that people coming here, boys will be boys. They're not coming here to, play with kittens. Right. They want to know about strip clubs, brothels, swingers clubs. Like how does this stuff work? What's the etiquette? What are the ins and outs, the nuts and bolts, if you will? Mm-hmm. So they wanted to have like a resource, like a website guide to adult Vegas. Right. They didn't want it to be seedy. They wanted it to be, cute. They thought, a woman should moderate it, run it. That'd be nice. Well, I had no professional journalism experience at that time. Right. But I knew a guy who wrote for the Review-Journal, or I had just met him, and he was like, "Oh, you'd be perfect."
And you've been blogging at this time.
I'd been blogging. I'd been writing Yelp reviews, is what it was. It came from Yelp, the website. They use a review website, and I had written a bunch of Yelp reviews of different swingers clubs and stuff. Because I don't know how to swinger, but I love going. It's the same thing with this urbex. I just love going to places and like watching these freaky scenes. Like there's a swingers club here called the Red Rooster. It's a huge suburban house, sprawling suburban Brady Bunch looking house down on the east side. Right. Not really fancy. I mean, it's been around since like 1978. Right. They just kind of added on to it over the years. Indoor pool, orgy room, this, that, the other. So it's really a hodgepodge, like going to your grandma's house. That club is banging, no pun intended, almost every night of the week.
Sure.
So just scenes like that fascinating. Your options if you want to go to a swingers club in Vegas are Red Rooster, Green Door. Right. Or there's private swing parties that you have to be approved. They kind of only let good-looking people go. I don't know. Right. I'm not a swinger.
Those are the ones I go to. But so the Review Journal.
Yeah. So they were like, okay, my friend that I knew from the RJ mentioned me to the publisher, like, okay, I found this woman who I think might be good to run this adult website. Oh, okay, well, what does she do? Well, she's a nude model, fetish model. What kind of writing experience does she have? Well, she doesn't really have any writing. Well, okay, well, have her come in. So I go in for this interview, a big, like, oak desk, like, leather-bound books everywhere. Here he is, the publisher of the Review Journal. Tweed jacket, leather elbows. Hi, so nice to meet you. And I'm like, oh, what do I wear to this thing? I don't have a lot of, like, nice interview clothes, but I had like this really sexy pencil skirt, like a gray skirt with a slit up the back. Well, I didn't realize the slit had like split, so we did the interview, it seemed nice, seemed like it went well, and then when I got up to leave, come to find out, whoa, my ass was peeking out of the thing. No harm, no foul. If anything, maybe it helped me get the job. I had to go in twice more for interviews though, and
I'll bet.
At the last, let's see what she's wearing next time. No, but at the last interview that I did, he said, I really like you and I want to hire you, but you have no track record, you're unproven. Like, how can I know you are who you say you are and you're not, a prostitute or whatever? And I said, look, I told you, my modeling name is Brandy Bottoms. Just Google it, you'll see everything that I've done and you can decide then if you're comfortable hiring me or not. And I figured he would wait till I left the office, but he turned around right there. Is that Brandy with an I? Yeah. So all these pictures popped up on his computer, my naked ass. And he blushed. It was so funny. Oh, is that you? You look different. Yeah, I'm wearing clothes. No shit. Right. So Here's how I got the job. Okay.
Okay.
You really want to know?
I really want to know.
One night, I was living in that big house after my ex-boyfriend moved out. That was in the middle of that whole period. I was struggling to make the mortgage payment. Mm-hmm. So I had this really weird roommate who wanted to start a foot fetish site with me. That's how I got into fetish, from this roommate. I was like, I figured out this way we can make money. All right, so we had me do all these videos, stomping on stuff, whatever, with my feet. But then one night, this was in 2008, when Sarah Palin was running as vice president.
Right.
And I did a pretty passable Sarah Palin impersonation, right? With glasses, put my hair by this little suit.
I'm picturing it right now.
So we did a video of me in my Sarah Palin thing, like, I was drunk, man, talking about ranting and raving. I took off my clothes, so I was just wearing a little black lace and started spanking myself, like, long ass video up on YouTube. And many people would say, don't ever, put anything like that on the internet, it's there forever. Well, guess what? I know, because my friend who works at the RJ told me this. Later that night, after I left that interview, and he, B-R-A-N-D-I, okay, I'll look you up. I think he saw that Sarah Palin video, because he was a libertarian, and he was a big Sarah Palin fan. Back then, the libertarians were on board with Sarah Palin. She hadn't quite, cooped out yet. So that night, all the RJ people used to hang out at the Four Kegs, this bar near the Cathedral. They were all hanging out there talking, and my friend said, Sherman Frederick said, yeah, I really like her. She's got a real Sarah Palin quality. I guarantee he saw that video that I made, and that was part of why he hired me. So, in answer to those who would say not to post drunken videos of yourself on YouTube, hey, it might lead to a whole new career.
You could become a journalist.
Yeah. So I did that for a while, and then after a while they canceled the site because it was a horrible website. They wanted me to write. It was cool. I got paid to go to every strip club in town, every brothel, every swingers club, every adult store, like all that seedy stuff. And then I, blog about it and write listing reviews and pictures and this and that. But they were like really cautious, like, they didn't want me to say anything, like use any bad words or post any nudity. I'm like, it's supposed to be an adult website. Like, if I'm not showing nudity, it's not making any sense. They were so conservative, and they just were clueless about it, is what they were.
Right.
So they
didn't go far enough.
No, and it never really got any traffic. It was stupid. But I still got paid. I had a 1-year contract, right?
A PG-13 site covering an X-rated world.
Exactly. That's what it was. So I wrote a column for City Life for a couple of years, and that was fun, but then it went the way of all print media, and it folded, and ever since then I've just been writing my blog. But this was all a very long, roundabout way of saying, how did I come up with Wonder Hussy?
Right.
After I was let go from the review journal, I was like, I just want to be able to say what I want without some stupid editor telling me, oh, you can't cuss, or oh, you can't. I'm going to say what I want, and I'm going to show what I want, and I'm going to have my own website. And the idea originally was to make it basically like a guide to adult Vegas, because it would be a great resource, right? People ask Wonder Hussy, you're Wonder Hussy, which swingers club is the best for me? So I started this, I just came up with some names, and Wonder Hussy was the one that stuck. And I just started vlogging about my fetish stuff, kicking guys in the nuts, burping, farting, all these things that I've just been telling you. And it got a pretty good following, a lot of readers, a lot of followers, really good site traffic. But I was never able to monetize it because, first of all, I'm a computer idiot. I don't understand how all that stuff works.
Right.
I might be able to use Google AdSense. That would be like the max of my abilities. Well, Google AdSense doesn't allow you to use their stuff on an adult website. Right. And because I post artistic nude photos, I just want to make this clear for everyone who's watching. I'm not an adult model. I'm not like penthouse hustler. All I do are very tame, vanilla, artsy nudes in the desert, laying on a rock, that kind of thing. Well, even that, because, titty and ass, Google AdSense, no can do. So I was never able to monetize that site. I never made any money off of it other than donations, and sure, I would get bookings off of it. So about 6 months ago, I had a YouTube channel all along. I would throw up videos here and there. I wasn't a big vlogger. Right. Because to me, I don't like watching videos. I rather read, so I just always blog, and I'm a good writer, and I got lots of compliments on my writing. No, come to find out, like when this abandoned hot spring video that I was telling you, when that blew up, you should start making more urbex videos. All right, so I started throwing more videos up, and dang, people really prefer to watch videos than they do write. I mean, and I'm able to use Google AdSense on my YouTube channel, so I actually make revenue. So I haven't updated my blog in a couple months, and I do still want to keep my blog up because writing is my passion. I love to write. But if I can make money going into an abandoned nightclub and talking to some meth head, hey, you know, I got my priorities. I got to pay the bills.